June 17, 2018 10:23 p.m. Updated yesterday 2:08 a.m. Scroll staff share tweet email Reddit print share tweet email Reddit print FIFA World Cup by Scroll staff published June 17, 2018 10:23 p.m. Updated yesterday 2:08 a.m. Sony Network, screen grab Brazil 1-1 Switzerland, full-time Philippe Coutinho, Zuber join us tomorrow as the World Cup action continues. Tata. Squawka Football, at Squawka, June 17, 2018 Good day Switzerland, Roger Federer, at Roger Federer, June 17, 2018 What a result for the Swiss, whose fans let out a roar at the final whistle. What a turn of results. How many people predicted that Germany and Brazil would not go on to win their respective games? Brazil lost the plot in the second half and looked like a desperate outfit. Neymar had a modest outing and was marked out superbly by the well-drilled Swiss midfield. What a day it has been. Argentina, Germany and Brazil are yet to get off the mark. Let that sink in. Full-time, Brazil 1-1, Switzerland 905 feet. What a save from Schär. A shot came in from Firmino but the Swiss defender put a foot in on time to deflect the ball out for a corner. That was going in. 94 feet. Big moment in the game as Neymar wins a free kick 30 yards from goal. The persistent fouls from the Swiss continue. Shaqiri might be able to do it on a wet Tuesday in Stoke, but he's not been brilliant on a moderate Sunday in Rostov. This time, Miranda hits one from the edge of the area, trying to place the ball to the corner. His effort went marginally wide of the post. Sommer was rooted to the spot as he saw the ball roll away on his right. 90 feet chance. Sommer thwarts another effort. It was Firmino who headed the ball goalwards. Miranda had a chance from the rebound but from close range, he could not control it. 88 feet. Shaqiri, who has been relentless with his running, gives the Brazilian defense a worry or two. He volleys the ball close to the corner flag. 87 feet. Another attempt from Neymar. This time with a header but it was harmless and straight into Sommer's hands. Willian delivered an excellent cross from the right wing. 84 feet. Neymar shows some spark with a surging run and finds Firmino with a sideways pass. It was too far for the substitute. 81 feet. Firmino makes an impact after Akanji slips and a deflection puts the Brazilian on his way into the box. The Liverpool man's shot from a tight angle on the right was harmless and went over the bar. Sferific, who has had a quiet game, makes way for Embolo, one of Switzerland's bright young prospects. Jesus' game comes to an end. In comes Firmino, Brazil's last change. 77 feet. Neymar also takes a shot after getting a little bit of space in the middle. That was never going to harm Sommer, who pouches it with ease. The effort lacked power. 76 feet. Desperation creeping into Brazil as Fernandinho has a wild strike from 35 yards out. The ball goes into orbit. 72 feet. Gabriel Jesus goes down after running into Akanji. The referee has a word with the Brazilian forward. Replays shows that it was a blatant dive. 70 feet. Barami goes off to a thunderous ovation from the Swiss fans. In comes Zakaria, 69 feet. Close. Coutinho should have scored there. Inside the box on the left, he did well to control the ball with his chest. The resulting shot, though, went well wide of the goal. 67 feet. Yellow card. Barami goes into the book after yet another foul on Neymar, who is clearly looking off the paces in this game. After Casemiro came off to give way for Fernandinho, Paulino is also taken off. Renato Augusto replaces him. 66 feet. Brazil had a good spell of possession. Patient build-up at the edge of the area bites the dust after Willian skies it to the top tier. 64 feet. Switzerland are looking confident on the ball but it's advantage Brazil after Neymar wins a foul at the edge of the area. Schär goes into the book for pulling Neymar's shirt. 61 feet. Brazil looking slightly ragged after the goal. Marcelo just played a terrible sideways pass that rolled out of play for a Swiss throw. Did I miss something? Is this the year of the underdog on the Chinese calendar or what? Where are these teams getting all this fight from? Looking fluid and slick in parts, but with no solidity when threatened. This was after the PSG forward took a shot at the near post. The ball took the deflection and hit the strike netting. Swiss see out the danger from the two corners that resulted. 55 feet Barami is back on the field and straight away, he dispossessed Neymar. 54 feet not good for Switzerland. Barami, who has done a good job keeping Neymar quiet, has walked off the field clutching his hamstring. Let's hope he recovers quickly. Swiss score with what was their first attempt on target. Miranda completely lost his man at the corner and Zuber got a free header from 3 yards out. There was no chance Alisson was going to stop that. Miranda and Neymar are complaining for a possible foul on Zuber during the corner. 49 feet goal, it's all square. Zuber levels it with a thunderous header, 46 feet yellow card, clumsy challenge by Casemiro, who becomes the first Brazilian to go into the book. He clipped Djimali, who was on his way. 45 feet second half is underway and Djimali thumps one from the outside of the boot from 30 yards out. The ball goes harmlessly out of play. Half-time, Brazil lead 1-0 at Rostov. Brazil have been solid, if not spectacular so far. Neymar has been largely subdued and has struggled with Barami's tight marking. Coutinho's strike was a thing of beauty and the Swiss defense should have anticipated the former Liverpool man's shooting prowess from distance. The team in red have matched up at times. Their defense has been good with Asanji being the standout. 45 1-foot another close one from Brazil. Thiago Silva made an excellent run into the box from a corner but headed the ball only marginally over the bar. Good effort. 2 minutes of stoppage time to be played, 43 feet scrappy play from both teams in the last 2 minutes. Jesus was on his way after Casemiro put him through with a lovely through ball. Akanji, who has had a fine first half, muscles the Manchester City forward out. The attack breaks down in the Swiss box. Brazil unbeaten in their last 12 group games since 1998. The only team to enter all 21 World Cup unbeaten. Switzerland should know whom they are playing with. Keeping the ball and moving it precisely. Neymar has to improve his game, saw nothing from him in the first half. He is up on his feet in no time and soaks in the applause from the crowd. 37 feet Switzerland create the first bit of threat as Seferovic finds himself one-on-one against Miranda. Brazil deal with it calmly. It looked risky from here but Alisson was cool as ice with the Swiss forward pouncing on him in the box. 35 feet Switzerland are looking bereft of options when they are on the ball. Rodriguez delivers a good ball aimed at Djimali, but the gritty Brazilians clear. 32 feet the Swiss defense is showing signs of once again looking shaky. Brazil get a free kick which resulted in a corner. Jesus meets Neymar's corner from the right but the ball missed both sets of players before the latter was called offside. 30 feet we have the first yellow card of the game. Lichtsteiner makes one of the ugliest challenges we have seen so far, clutching Neymar's face from behind. Cynical foul, clear yellow, 28 feet Neymar's runs have been off color so far. Once again, he is taken off the ball quickly trying to burst through the left flank. 25 feet Brazil's defense have been uncompromising and have retrieved the ball quickly. Clash of heads between Casemiro and Char. The Swiss defender needs treatment but is up on his feet now. 22 feet there is an air of calmness after Coutinho's strike and the Brazilian fans are using their vocal cords to full effect. Typical Coutinho. How could we ever rule him out to do something like this? Neymar from the left wing passed the ball to Marcelo. The ball was deflected off a Swiss player and came straight to Coutinho. The Barcelona man, from 25 yards out, curled one to the top left corner, leaving a diving Sommer no chance. A peach of a strike and Brazil are up and away. 19 feet goal. Forget the noodles for a while. Coutinho has just scored a screamer. Neymar's hair got me hungry for noodles. Neymar made a lovely back heel to set Coutinho on his way. Jesus' final ball was too close to the keeper, though. 15 feet. Neymar's free kick from 30 yards out hits the Swiss wall. Poor effort. 14 feet. Clash of the blonde-haired men. Neymar gets in the ball in the center of the pitch and Barami clatters into him. Foul given and the Brazilian number 10 clutches his knees in anguish. There must a few prayers in Brazil. 11 feet. Oh. Paulinho missed from a couple of yards out there. A fine move from Brazil that was started by a sweeping ball from skipper Marcelo. A couple of passes later, Paulinho was in front of goal. His flick tamely rolled wide of the post. 7 feet. Paulinho gets into the Swiss box after tricking the defenders with a clever burst of pace. The ball, though, runs out for a goal kick. 5 feet. Neymar is swarmed by red shirts as he gets the ball at his feet. The referee plays advantage during the Brazil build-up after Coutinho was fouled by the reckless Xhaka. Willian drilled the ball into the box but there was nobody to head it in. Lively start to the game. Refi Jamili has the first attempt on goal. The ball goes high over the crossbar. The Swiss striker lost his balance as he lined up to take a shot. 1 foot. Switzerland had the ball and there is pressure straight away from the Brazilians. Willian gives away a foul. The ball quickly travels to the other end, where the Swiss are culpable of a foul. The Brazilian fans are in full volume. The match is underway. There is a sea of gold in the stands at Rostov. It is widely believed that Brazil scored the greatest team goal in World Cup history. Here's more on that. Also read, Ghost of 7-1 Germany mauling still haunts Brazil, admits coach Titan. Remember, Switzerland are no pushovers. They are ranked 6th in the FIFA rankings. Only twice in 21 editions have Brazil crashed to a defeat on their opening fixture. Form is with them in recent years, though, as they have registered wins on 9 straight occasions. Brazil on the verge of crashing to a hat-trick of World Cup losses. That has never happened in their history. After the humiliating 1-7 loss, the Netherlands beat the 5-time champions 3-0 in the third-place match. And finally, the 3Rs leading the Select to their 5th triumph in 2002, the 1994 World Cup, the 1970 World Cup, 1962 World Cup. Brazil fans, here's a look back at how Brazil won the 1958 World Cup head-to-head. The two teams have played out 8 games. Brazil have won 3 and lost 2. Brazil, 4-3-3, Alisson, Danilo, Thiago Silva, Miranda, Marcelo, Paulinho, Casemiro, Coutinho, Willian, Gabriel Jesus, Neymar. Switzerland, 4-2-3-1, Sommer, Lichtsteiner, Schär, Akanji, Rodriguez, Barami, Xhaka, Shaqiri, Jamili, Zuber, Seferovic. Hello and welcomes to the live updates of the Brazil vs Switzerland Group E match at Rostov. It's the moment that millions have been waiting for across the world. 5-time winners Brazil take to the field for the first time and all eyes are on their talisman Neymar. The PSG striker plays his first World Cup match since making a tearful exit following an injury in the quarter-finals in 2014 against Colombia. Brazil kick off their quest for redemption after that horror night in Belo Horizonte, where went on to suffer a humiliating 7-1 semi-final defeat to Germany without him. Neymar is once again spearheading his country's hopes. The 26-year-old's participation at the finals in Russia had been cast into doubt after he suffered a broken bone in his right foot in late February. However, Neymar has shown few signs of rust since returning for Brazil, scoring in consecutive friendlies in the build-up to the finals. That could spell trouble for Switzerland as they take on Brazil in Group E on Sunday. Do not count out Vladimir Petkovic's side. Who can forget their stunning upset win in 2010? With inputs from AFP, support our journalism by subscribing to Scroll Here. We welcome your comments at letters@scroll.in. Neymar Switzerland Football FIFA World Cup 2018 Sponsored content by published June 12, 2018 3:27 a.m. Share tweet email Reddit print Share tweet email Reddit print Vikas Dimri made a huge attempt last year to climb the Mount Everest. Fate had other plans. Thwarted by unfavorable weather at the last minute, he came so close and yet not close enough to say he was at the top. But that did not deter him. Vikas is back on the Everest trail now, and this time he's sharing his experiences at every leg of the journey. The Everest journey began from the Lukla airport, known for its dicey landing conditions. It reminded him of the failed expedition, but he still moved on to Namche Bazaar, the staging point for Everest expeditions, with a positive mind. Vikas let the wisdom of the mountains guide him as he battled doubt and memories of the previous expedition. In his words, the Everest taught him that, to conquer our personal Everest, we need to drop all our unnecessary baggage, be it physical or mental or even emotional. Vikas used a descent for ascent approach to acclimatize. In this approach, mountaineers gain altitude during the day, but descend to catch some sleep. Acclimatizing to such high altitudes is crucial as the lack of adequate oxygen can cause dizziness, nausea, headache and even muscle death. As Vikas prepared to scale the riskiest part of the climb, the unstable and continuously melting Khumbu ice fall, he pondered over his journey so far. His brother's diagnosis of a heart condition in his youth was a wake-up call for the rather sedentary Vikas, and that is when he started focusing on his health more. For the first time in his life, he began to appreciate the power of nutrition and experimented with different diets and supplements for their health benefits. His quest for better health also motivated him to take up hiking, marathon running, squash and, eventually, a summit of the Everest. Back in the Himalayas, after a string of sleepless nights, Vikas and his team ascended to Camp 2, 6,500 meters, as planned, and then descended to base camp for the basic luxuries, hot shower, hot lunch and essential supplements. Back up at Camp 2, the weather played spoiler again as a jet stream, a fast-flowing, narrow air current moved right over the mountain. Wisdom from the mountains helped Vikas maintain perspective as they were required to descend 15 kilometers to Farish Valley. He accepted that strength lies not merely in chasing the big dream, but also in accepting that things could go wrong. At Camp 4, 8,000 meters, famously known as the Death Zone, Vikas caught a clear glimpse of the summit, his dream standing rather tall in front of him. It was the 18th of May 2018 and Vikas finally reached the top. The top of his Everest. The top of Mount Everest. Watch the video below to see actual moments from Vikas' climb. Vikas credits his strength to dedication, exercise and a healthy diet. He credits dietary supplements for helping him sustain himself in the inhuman conditions on Mount Everest. On heights like these where the oxygen supply drops to 1/3 road to levels on the ground, the body requires 3 times the regular blood volume to pump the requisite amount of oxygen. He, thus, doesn't embark on an expedition without double-checking his supplements and uses Livogen as an aid to maintain adequate amounts of iron in his blood. Livogen is proud to have supported Vikas Dimri on his ambitious quest and salutes his spirit. To read more about the benefits of iron, see here. To read Vikas Dimri's account of his expedition, click here. This article was produced by the Scroll marketing team on behalf of Livogen and not by the Scroll editorial team.